Follow all Moessieux news on his website, www.moessieux.com, on his Facebook and Instagram page too, for daily exclusive publications.
Hello and welcome on Moessieux. My name is Joel Borg and let's continue the topic about the MODX basics, and we are on the AWM2 synthesis. Please see my first video about the OSC tune screen, because if you do not see it, you will be lose for this one. You can also shoot me on Facebook, it's called Moessieux2, Instagram Moessieux13, on Moessieux.com, the website. And if you are not a Moessieux YouTube follower, click on subscribe and click on the bell to be informed when I release a new video. So let's continue for this AWM2 second part topics. We have seen this screen in fully detail. I take only my element 2 and I put it in solo. Here, no sound, just to explain the other screen that we have on element part. And I like the idea about the guitarist. If you take an electroacoustic guitar, you connect through the cable to the first pedal to have, I would say, an effect, and to one of the pedal, and to one of the pedal. Here, this is not effect, this is not pedals, but I would say this is box. And the first box is choosing the waveform. That's why it's called OSC. And if need, change the tune like we have seen on the first video with course. That's why it's OSC tune. And after this, we go to the box pitch envelope generator. What is a pitch envelope generator? Here, my pitch is linear. All along, I have the same pitch. With this screen, with this box, I can change this. I can set to have on time, here, a change. And with the hold, I can start with a low pitch and come up to a linear pitch. You hear, ta-da! Or like that. And you can do things for attack, decay, and release. There is no such thing for release. Decay 1, decay 2. You can do all the things like that. Be careful on one thing. This screen and this scale is not linear. I will not say it's exponential, but perhaps you think, oh, here this is, when I hear this is 1 or 2 seconds, so I move here, I will be a 4, it will not be in 4 seconds. It's not linear in scale. So be careful about that. I will not go on all the settings. You see the ID. I try to keep it simple so you can change things with time and velocity and a lot of things. Have a curve to change all the things. If you need, you can use this box to have this kind of pitch effect with the envelope generator. The third box, I would say, is very important in terms of sounds. Perhaps a little bit less for acoustic, but for synth sound, lead sound, modern sound, very important. This is the filter. So when you cook on the kitchen and you put something in the water, you make cooking it, and after you want to separate the food from the hot water, so we have a filter. And here the idea is the same, but this is not water, this is not food, this is sound, so we are going to filter some frequencies of the sound we do not want to keep. And you have a lot of filter here available. You have some low pass filter, you have some high pass filter, you have some band filter, some dual filters. I will not go here. It's not complicated, but too much example to show you all of them. So think about what you want to do, if it's a bass sound part, if it's a medium or high, and choose the good filter for this. And the two settings, very important, are the cutoff. This is where, and you see on the screen, where we are going to filter on our sound. So here, you see I filter most of the frequencies here, like that. And the other important thing is the resonance. The resonance is a peak, I would say, on the top of the cutoff frequency you are going to work. So you can add a kind of metallic resonance. Here I am on the high. Perhaps you do not hear too much. Perhaps if I go here, you see the metallic sound come from the resonance. If I come back here, so you see, be careful for the ears and for the some engineers on the mixer with this. You have some settings to change with the velocity. You have a high pass cutoff filter. You have a lot of settings, not a lot, but some settings. Interesting, but I will not go on that. But you see the idea. The first important thing: choose the good filter and set the cutoff and the good resonance you need. In the same idea that we have the pitch envelope generator, you can have a filter envelope generator, so you can do the same things and opening the filter a little bit later. You see here, the filter, as I select it, block the sound on the start, and now it's open, it comes back to the normal value because it's set up. And you see, this is not very linear. Long time to come and open up the filter. I do not change my finger. That's it, not linear scale. Be careful about this too. Okay, so here it's apply and it's up. And the third box inside the box is very important if you want to play with only one element that made all, and you think, okay, my filter is great here, but when I go here on the bass part for the same sound, not so great, and do not want to have a second element separate to rework. Can I do this? Yes, with the scale you can do, because you can select the note you want on the keyboard, for example this one, and you can set that the filter will apply or not apply much more here. But here I do not have the element open, but you can do the scale as you want. For this, if I go here on the middle, and no, not this one, this one. And you can see you can even select in the middle a range of notes that do not have the same setting for the filter. Very, very interesting way to work. This one is very, very important. This box is the amplitude. This is the level. That's why we call this level and not volume. This is the level of our element. And perhaps you have seen on the first video and here too, even if I play slowly, or even if I play stronger, I do not have the velocity management. Why? Because this setting, when you set an initialized waveform element, you have the level velocity at 0. Here, not linear too. Be careful of this. So if you want to have the same level for all, even if you play slowly or strongly, you set 0. If you want to manage the velocity here, you can go to 21 as example. So here I have a way. Be careful to the curve, because here I have a curve free. Perhaps start to find a good setting in the way on curve 2. Here it's more linear, you see. And if you want to make some effects, you have several curves you can use if you need. And you have the offset, the pan. The pan is very important. You can pan one element on the left and one other element on the right. As you want, you can make alternate random, scaling pan, lot of things you can do. I will not go. You have the amplitude envelope generator, very important settings too, to have a sound that attack directly, strongly, or to have a kind of pad song. Like that. So very important. This is the same idea from the pitch envelope generator or the filter, but here with the amplitude, and you have the same kind of settings, I will say, and you have the same idea for the scale. If you have a sound and you say, okay, the sound here on the middle, on in high is good, but the bass are too strong, but in my only one element, you can manage this with the scale and say, okay, I want to reduce the level here, starting as example for here. I want to reduce the level because it's too high as example. So here I do not have the element. I remember to you. Let's go around. Why not C4? C4 and reduce from C4. So all the things that up to C4 in the other example way. The high test notes are too bright. So you can reduce this. You see, clearly you can really reduce this. So you can manage for one element, only one, you can manage this kind of thing with the scale, very important. Yes, I have enough level to do. Perhaps I need to put it to 0 to be sure to have all good. I can double click and do 0, so if I want. And the element LFO is very important because here we have a little variation on the sound. I will push the lever a little bit. And okay, better. And here it's it was sampled, I would say flat. We have some little modulation, but little. And now we can modulate this waveform. So very important. We have 3 modulation available, the saw, the triangle, and the square. And actually, nothing happened. Why? Because I do not set any value here. So we have a speed. You need to have a speed. You can make finest adjustment with the extended LFO. I will not go deeper on this setting. You can delay, fade in, etc. The pitch modulation will make a vibrato, as example. But be careful on one thing. You can think, it does not produce anything. You need to remove your finger and replay. And now you have the Pac-Man. So very strong level here. You can do the same thing for opening, closing the filter. So remember, natural sound with the filter opening, closing. Here I do strong settings, but you can do some finest things. And modulate the sound. And we can make also a tremolo kind of things like this. And you can do the 3 together if you want, but here to let you understand, I choose one by one. And you can change the speed. Do things like that, as example for the same waveform. And if you want to do something up and down, you have this kind with the pulse like this. So very interesting also settings to work for only one element. You see, we can do a lot of things here. And to finish the last box, we have an equalizer, I will have to say in English. So the boosts are very easy to understand. It boosts 6 dB, 12 dB, 18 dB. So very easy to understand. The true is true, there is no EQ. And you have a 2-band equalizer, so you can adjust the medium and the bass, or the medium and the high, or what you want, what you need. Or you can have a precise EQ with the Q and the ratio to enlarge or reduce one specific band of the sound. I hope you have understand most of the things I explained to you. I try to be in easy way and to let you know a lot of things about AWM2 and what you can do with only one element if you need. If you want to go deeper, you can ask me for Moessieurs Masterclass. It's online through Zoom. You choose the topic we are going to work together. This is not a lesson when you are part A, part B, part C. You choose what you need and what we work together online through Zoom. See information on video description. Like my personal companies in France, I can work only with users on Europe for MODX, MODX plus Montage, but also the stage keyboard, CP, CK, and YC, and also John Melas software. But for audio modeling, Camelot Pro that I work with and for, we run the session through the audio modeling platform, so I can do it all over the world. So you can ask me for a masterclass on Camelot Pro that can manage all these stage keyboards. You have the smart map already inside. It's a very great way to work on stage with Camelot, but also on home studio. I know some people working with Camelot to select the sounds and make things at home studio too. That's the bonus time. And for this bonus, let's go to the waveform search because I want to explain some things about the names here. You see the first one for the piano at the end is called ST. What does it mean? Refer to the other one that's called MN. ST for stereo. Easy, but when you know, it's easy. When you do not know, you think, what it is? What it is MN? Mono. Okay. And what it is stereo plus and stereo minus, what it is about. So I do not know exactly what is the real standard for sampling in the industry, but try to explain to you. If you're sampling one note from a modern sound and you try to put it on all the keyboard, it will not work. Why? Because you need to detune the sound to cover all the keyboard. So if you go on the bass part, the sound that will be at the start like that will be longer, and you have some change in the pitch. More you go in the bass part, and if you go in the treble, you will have short sound and pitch on up. So not very great. And perhaps the standard, I do not know, is to sample for each octave. You need to sample each octave. You need to want, and you need. So, as example, here 5 octave if I need. And different velocity, of course. And perhaps the standard bass can be, as example, it's only an example, this note. The C, the E, the G, and the B. When you see the plus in the ID, it can be this note. The D, the F, the A, and the C. If you see minus at the end, like this one, not this one because this is my element, I go here. If you see the minus here, it can be in the ID, the B, the D, the F, and the A. And what does it change? Like you pitch a little bit the note, adjacent note, the same waveform with different minus, plus, stereo, when you put them on layers, you have some little differences that made the sound different. So you can mix them to have some kind of detune, a little bit. It's very, very fine thing, but it can be interesting to try this. Try this. This is very interesting. And some other things I want to show you. If you go on the keyboard, you see the subcategory is called RD. RD is for one electroacoustic piano and famous brand that have RD in the name. WR also as example. If you go to the guitar, so you have the nylon, the steel, the clean, the jazz, you have a lot of waveform, and you will see a TC for a famous brand of guitar that have TC in the name. So this is the ID. And if you go to the strings and you see the subcategory, you see solo, pizzicato here, and ensemble here. I say, where are the synths? Not here. Same thing for the brass. Not here. The synths, strings, and brass, important to know, are on hardcore waveform section. And here you have the brass synths, and you see OB brass. OB is some letters from a famous synth brand. I think you will understand what it is. CS, 80 for Yamaha, you know. XP, a famous model of one of the brand. If we go to the synth lead, we will see a P5 for one of the brand that starts with P. So you see the ID and you know, okay, so. But as you can see, perhaps if you go and share the synth brass we have on the MODX Montage, we have a nice number of them, and see that we use only 7 waveforms. So all the work that you done on the box, and after on the part, and after on the performance, allow you to have so different sounds only with 7 waveforms. So very, very interesting to go and see this. For the string, we have 16, and you can see, so the PWM is generic, but the VP, you have a famous brand that have a VP model. You have the same famous brand, you have the XP, as example, we have seen on the brass. So for the core, no. For the sync core, we have some other things. So when you see this kind of letters in the start, think about what it can be. The drums, we have lot of waveform. This is a huge number of waveform because for a drum, you have 73 Ks. Each note is a sample different. So that's why you have a lot of samples for the drums. And for the ethnics, we have a lot of things with the bowed, the plug, the strug, the blow here. The strug in preset, no. And so you can search things here, and you can see we can emulate some others ethnic instrument by starting with some waveform like this. So very interesting to go sometimes and see how it's built, how it's done. So go on the element from the preset you choose to work and check a little bit the element. Not only play like that, check a little bit to be, okay, it's made with this. Okay, you understand the idea? It can help you to prepare some sounds for you. That's the video ending. I hope you have liked it. I hope you have find it interesting. If yes, please click on the blue thumb. It's very important for me because it's a lot of job to make this video. And I'm very happy when I have some likes, like anybody, but I am alone to do all of this too. So it's a huge work. And if you want to thank me because you say, okay, I learned something here. I do not need to ask or take a masterclass with Joel. But I really want to thank him. You have the super thanks. Bottom right of the video, you can make a kind of donation to me. It helped me to improve the gear or renew the licenses for the software. It will be improve the channel. So thank you in advance for this if you want to participate and give a super thanks. And if you need a Moessieux masterclass, you have all information on video description and on video ending. See you soon for one of our Moessieux video. Bye.
Would you like to discover, learn or improve your knowledge of your Yamaha synthesizer or stage keyboard? Book your Moessieux Master class now. Your private session is conducted online through Zoom. Take all benefit of Moessieux expertise, Yamaha synthesizers and stage keyboard specialist for nearly 20 years, and consultant for Yamaha Music Europe and France. As member of International Yamaha Tech Talk live team and host of the Camelot Pro sessions for audio modeling, Joel take care of your experience level. Whether you're a beginner or a skilled user, get the most out of your Yamaha synthesizer, stage keyboard, John Melas software suite or Camelot Pro.
Book your session from the Moessieux Facebook page. Use slots available in the service tab, or by email, moessieux@orange.fr. This service is available in French and English, only for users who live in European Union. Camelot Pro 1-to-1 Masterclass are available for users all over the world through audio modeling platform. Thank you for watching this Moessieux video. Do not forget to click on like, subscribe, and click on the bell to be informed when a new video is online. Do not hesitate to write a comment or ask a question. See you soon. Bye.